Do you ever wonder why you have the same group of people coming into your life that aren't necessarily helpful? They're kind of hammering down on the dreams and the things that you want to accomplish, telling you that you're not good enough, it's going to be too difficult, you'll never accomplish it, and then you'll resent yourself for even trying to start, and you'll lose things in the process. Do you ever feel like you have the same type of relationships all the time, where you bring in the same individual who might be verbally or physically abusive, or the ones that just keep putting you down, the ones that never make you feel like you can be whole, the ones that also make you feel like you can never just rely on them to be your rock and to make you feel safe and comfortable? And you wonder why these things keep happening. You wonder why these same people keep coming into your life. You wonder why your money status is exactly the same. Even when you tend to make money on a whim, sometimes you always find yourself going right back down to that same normal level that you've always been at. Well, one of the main reasons this is happening, and it could be when you look at the identity of who you are, but the standards that you have set for yourself for the identity of who you currently are. Standards are important. Standards are vital. Standards are the things that you set when you say, this is the level of what I'm willing to tolerate, and anything below it, I do not tolerate it whatsoever. But that standard that you have set for yourself, have you set a standard saying that it's okay for these people to come into your life? Has it become comfortable, more comfortable for you to have people coming into your life that are kind of harmful and doing you bad than you have setting a standard for the people that you will tolerate in your life that might actually be able to help you and empower you and mentor you? Does it feel different? Does it feel almost weird when someone comes in wanting to help? Do you not even know what to do when that happens? It has to do with the identity of the person that you currently are and the standard that you have currently set for yourself. And this has to do with money too. Your current money standard could be that you were just in the identity of a person that is okay making a certain amount of money. Even though you want more, even though you have the dream and ambition to making more, are you the type of person that can actually handle more money? Are you the type of person that is willing to take in more money and feel safe having more money? And think about it this way. When you make a certain amount of money and all of a sudden something great happens, like you get a check for $5,000 or $10,000, what do your spending habits actually turn into at that moment in time? Do you think of all the things that you want, that you desire, that are just physical things? Like you think of all the vacations you're about to do, and maybe the down payment on the car you're going to purchase. Do you find all these ways to actually get rid of the money? Or are you in the identity, and have you set the standard of someone who takes the money they have just earned that is more than usual and find a way to invest it to create more money? See, the mindset of who you are keeps you at the level of what you're going to attract and receive in this life. And as much as God wants you to be an abundant creature, and as much as God wants to see you have all the things that you desire, God also knows that you have to be ready for those things. God also knows that you have to be in the identity of those things, which is why a lot of times we go through such difficult times, such trials and tribulations, because in order to become a version of ourselves that is outside our comfort zone, we have to get very uncomfortable. And by being uncomfortable, you allow yourself to develop into the type of person who is ready to receive something on that next level, something that you would not be ready to receive and be responsible enough to have within the current identity of who you are. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. So think about it like this too. When you have friends around you, are you much more of a people pleaser? Are you constantly trying to please them and appease them and change the identity of who you are and what you believe in just to fit into a group so they accept you? Or are you the person that has friends that align with who you are, that accept you for who you are, that appreciate, your enthusiasm for certain beliefs that maybe aren't in alignment with theirs, but they respect and understand that? Do you have people around you that are constantly uplifting you and seeing the dreams and ambitions that you have and finding a way in order to help you, or at least talk in a way that is making you feel like, you can be empowered and feel good about the next steps you're about to take? Or do you have people that are pulling you down because of the level that they are at? See, people that are at a lower standard are never going to be able to see the bigger picture of what you're trying to accomplish because they are not at that standard themselves. So are you around people that are on a lower standard and they bring you down to their standard level so you can never see past where they are to see the bigger dream, to know that you can absolutely get there if you allow yourself to try? Or are people keeping you at that certain standard instead? Are you allowing yourself to be pulled underneath the water instead of coming up and getting a deep breath of air and seeing the light? Being able to see the surface of all the opportunities and things that are around you because you've opened your eyes to it, because you have the right people in place in order to do so. See, who you put yourself around has a lot to do with it too. But the standard that you set for what you say that you will tolerate in this life is the most important thing, because you can never, no matter what goal you achieve, or no matter what goal you set for yourself, you will never be able to reach a higher goal if you are not at the standard of a person to accept and get to that goal. So no matter what, no matter how hard you work, how hard you try, no matter what road you go down, if you have set a goal and you are not in the identity of a person who has set a standard for the way that you are going to live and thrive and have the right resources and people around you in order to do so, you will never get there. You will absolutely never get there. So I'm urging you to do an audit on your life. Identify the areas in which you have set a standard within your relationships, within your friends, within your money, within your belief systems of who you believe that you are, what you believe about yourself, the things that you believe you are capable or not capable of doing. Where is your current standard set? It's almost like an air conditioning thermostat. Right. So I know us living in Florida, during the summer, we have it set at a certain range because we got to stay cool. It is nasty, humid outside. Right. And normally we have it set in that 75, 77, 78 range, maybe lower if you want to keep cool. You know what I mean? Anyway, the point is that you always have a certain standard, a range of a standard that you are at. In order to change that standard, you have to change the thermostat. If you don't change the thermostat, you're always going to stay right in that average range, always where you have it set at. Where is it set? Is it set at allowing the people that are not going to empower and help you into your life? Or have you changed that thermostat and have you raised that standard and raised that thermostat to a whole new level of what you are going to tolerate in your life? You have to look at it in a way that whatever standards you set for yourself, whatever you are telling yourself that you are going to allow to happen in your life, that is exactly what you are going to get back. Because your standard, the thing, that benchmark, that line that nobody is allowed to cross, where you have that set is exactly the path that your life is going to go. And I've had to view that personally and take a deep audit and be very truthful with myself of where I have my thermostat set in multiple areas of my life. And come to find out, when I'm honest with myself, and I'm not lying to myself, like I really break this audit down, I can understand why I was going through so many difficult times in the past. I can understand why my money always stayed exactly the same. And I can understand that even when I started making more money, I felt like I was going right back to that normal level that I was used to, because as soon as I would get it, I would think of all these things that I can finally buy and the things I can finally do, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's the responsibility that you have to accept, is that you are always going to find a way to get rid of your money, to get you back to that average, if you don't change the mindset and change where you want to actually be as far as that money standard. So I now, when I receive more money or something good happens, I look at a way of, one, what can I give to? Because I know that giving is the ultimate state of receivership, and not in a selfish way. Giving is the ultimate feeling of just purpose. There's no greater feeling than that. But the other thing I look at too is not only what can I give back, but it's also where can I invest this money to create more money? Or what can I do to invest in myself in order to build myself up to be in a mindset in which I can create more and do things for others and better serve others at a higher level because I'm capable of doing so. See, when you change that mindset, not about buying things, not about acquiring things, but about personal development, giving to the right things in order to actually understand that you are serving a greater purpose, and that is serving others at the highest level. But also when you improve yourself and you invest in yourself and you invest in things that you were trying to create so you can better serve others, that is the ultimate gift in life. That is what we were designed to do. So anyway, I hope this video helps you guys, because where my standard was, as soon as I decided to make the decision that I am not going to tolerate this level, this standard anymore, and I'm raising that standard up and I'm only tolerating this, everything started to change. Everything started to change in my life. The people around me started to change. The people that weren't meant to be there started leaving. The people that were supposed to be in my life started coming. The opportunities for jobs started opening up. And the next thing I know, the right things were in the right place, and I had more peace in my life, and I was so much happier. And because I was more peaceful and I was happy and I had more mental clarity because I was no longer thinking about all the problems, but I was thinking about solutions and creating, that I was able to be more available and in a better present mind for my family, my friends, and the people that I'm supposed to be serving at a higher level. So everything changed for the better. And I want that for you guys as well. So I hope this video helps you. If you guys need any help with this, my name is Jason DiRienzo. I'm a life alignment coach. This is my life passion. I love helping people better themselves to the point where they have a more prosperous and peaceful life. They are on a new level of creating. They are creating the life that they want. And I want you to create the life that you want so you can find a way to use your purpose, skills, and gifts that you have to better serve others, because it's the ultimate way to be happy in this life. Love you guys, and I'll see you next video.